Owusubempah, I don't know first time I'm already subscribe to so.
Unrepentant tribal bigot, Kennedyagyapong does it again. Kennedyagyapong is a loose talker. He's the only one who is worse than Napo. But if you put Napo here and put Kennedy here, I might go for Kennedy. Recently, he disappointed me so much, and I decided to withdraw totally from him. It's about Ghana, not any individual. He was MP for Asin Central for several terms. He was tired of it and decided to leave. And then, now he wants to be president of Ghana. He tried the first time, and he couldn't go beyond the primaries of the NPP. Now he stands a better chance because he's been able to convince many more people to join him. In the last month, he's been on a tribal tirade. Insults, the insults that he's known for. He's called Bawumia a liar. He said he would never apologize to Bawumia. But all these things do not matter too much to me. What does is the fact that he went all the way to Blakk, stood before the people, and told them how the Akans are royals, and that in the north, where Bawumia hails from. Bawumia and his people are threatening Northerners who say they want to vote for Kennedyagyapong, to the point that they even banish them. The chiefs do that. And he says, if you Akan people do not also stand by your own, in other words, they will be slaves for a long time. My brother, my sister, that was so disheartening. All the major news networks put it out in shock. In fact, I got disappointed and decided to walk away from him. I just chanced upon another video. And in this video, he says he will never apologize to Bawumia. Even though he has been told that what he attributed to Bawumia didn't utter those words. He still stuck to his guns, calling him a liar. And that he will never apologize. Finally, he ends by saying that if in the north they are all running after him, and he also goes to the south, the same Bawumia, and is able to convince some Akan, some Southerners, to still follow him instead of following their own, then he doesn't know what it is. Maybe the tree dribbled me. Listen to it yourself and give it your own interpretation. Watch this.
I'm saying, hey, and you are patching. What shall you be a chi? I'm yet dimatama. The Gagatina is a liar. Almost broke from the way you could see. Why a liar? My repeated you. Why a liar? Hello, almost unfortunate with TV, baby. Some mimic Kennedyagyapong were a liar. Why a liar? Making me a mistake. In New Mother be a waka, what did you know? I'm a MPP 4 person in the winning to Omakataso. Mimic Maka. Whoever they are, Maka. He's a liar. I come for. Yani a momo. I come for momo. Sawu to me for dinner session from place. Etiminka sawu yesiremini yantumawa. Not when you are sanctified and you are come for a dinner. So what do you move for it? Wow. Wow.
Did you hear that? Did my tree serve me right? He said, you Akan people, I sympathize with you. If Nordness can follow this guy, and the same guy would go all the way to the Afram Plains and talk to Akan people, instead of rejecting him, they follow him and say, oh, they are shy of him. So they are following him. He doesn't understand why. This is a tribal bigot. He also wants to be president. Are we short of better people? Are we short of better people? Listen to what he says. He said it the first time. And I made it clear. Till this man comes out to apologize to the good people of Ghana, I cannot be in his boat. Never. And listen to what he just said. And he still has some people who will follow him and vote for him. Such a guy. We rejected Bawumia for all these things that he did. And decided to think about giving you a chance. Then you also come and you are doing these same old things to the point of trying to put a wedge between Akans and Nordness. What a disgrace. Did you hear him properly? Or maybe you want to hear him again. I don't want to listen to him again. But at the end of the day, one of them will become the flag bearer of their party. And they will try to be president. I don't want a president like this. A president who knocks the heads of ethnic groups together is not a good president. Bawumia goes to the north, and we heard him talking to the people that he is their brother and that they should vote for him because they belong to the same ethnic group. And we call that tribal politics. He doesn't end there. He goes to the Muslim communities, and we are told that he tells them that he's Muslim, so they should vote for him. That is religiosity. And Kennedy also gets up. Whatever happened in his head, he goes to Ebuakwa. You Akans are royals, even those guys there, who are the so-called slaves. Because that week, it was all about Nordness being slaves, Bawumia being a slave, and brought into the party to serve. Some disgraceful guy said that. I think an MP, right? Disgraceful guy. When you were going to court, Napo says the only wise man in your party was this slave. When you were looking for ideas, the only wise man in the whole party was that slave. All of a sudden, you remember his slave tag at the time that you needed wisdom. He was your Solomon. All of a sudden, he has become what? Nebuchadnezzar in his days in the jungle, chewing grass. Or he's become Bilal in the days of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Please, tribal politics, religious politics, killing the people of this nation. And somebody is busily campaigning on taking people to Mecca, campaigning on taking people to Israel. How are you going to deal with the IMF loans? How are you going to bring respect to the people of Ghana? By taking them to Mecca or by taking them to Israel to pray so that every other thing that should be done physically can be sorted out? Sometimes you make God look like somebody who is a robot. God is so ashamed of some of us. He's giving us 2 arms, 2 legs to be able to work and apply wisdom. But we are always running to him to do things for us that he has already empowered us to do. If this was your child, wouldn't you call that child a stupid child? You have taught him how to fetch water to drink several times. Every time he comes to you, Daddy, I want to drink water. Can you give me water? Won't you say it's a stupid child? That is what religion makes us behave like. What we can do for ourselves, because God has empowered us to do, we still run to the same God and ask him to do it for us. That is not respect, it's foolishness. Find out how you're going to deal with the IMF problem, the Galamsey problem, how Ghanaians are running through the desert to Europe and they get killed. Mahama has come. He has made your party so useless, nobody even wants to think about the NPP. And you are making it worse for yourselves. Any which way, their primaries is nothing but tribalism and religiosity. At least for these 2 candidates. Any which way. Is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Absolutely. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Or you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than excited to do that. Finally, please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done that yet, it takes just 1 second. Tap and you are through. Hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. This is where all the action.
Comment section one. Na no first time I ever revisit over 80 subscribe button also. Makramo.